welcome to Mixed Media Mayhem. I'm Scraplifting Sabrina Turpin today, and this is the image that I'm scraplifting. This one is from 2 weeks ago because I ended up not being able to get it edited. So it's up today because why not? And so I am going to scrapbook this picture of my youngest. I did my own infant photos, and I love this one. I'm actually going to use the larger of those two, but I had printed it a long time ago in both sizes. And so this one's Bright Memories from Chasing Dreams, and it's a Hip Kit Club. And the stencil I'm using is from Hero Arts. I thought maybe I would use some of the Nouveau paste, but I decided to do embossing instead. So I'm just going to tape this down so it doesn't quite move. I should have used my powder tool, but I didn't to start with. And I'm just going to smush in the embossing ink. And then I'm going to pull, what am I doing? Oh, I was going to mark the corner, and then I'm going to emboss this, and then I'm going to go all the way around like this. So because I didn't use my anti-static pouch, I have to use the paintbrush to take some of the extras off. It is mixed media, and it can have a little bit of a distressed look, so I'm not super concerned, but there was a lot of extra there. So I'm going to heat set this, which I love the way it looks when it's done. That's so fun. And then the tray has a spout, but I just dumped it in with corner because there wasn't much in there. And then that's me using my powder tool. And then I'm just going to do this all the way around. So, and now it's done because that would have been very repetitive. And so I'm thinking the photo is going to go here. I'm actually going to turn this page here in a second. So the top's at the bottom and the bottom's at the top. I picked out this pattern paper too, so that it mimics the wood grain that is in the inspiration piece, but mine is a pink wood grain. And then I'm just going to put this all back in my tray, and that part is done. I did pull out this sweet wood veneer to use as part of the title. Gonna get this down to size. And then I go flip the page. And so I pulled out this piece of paper that's a heart shape. It's from an Ali Edwards kit from a long time ago. Those 4 black and white checkered hearts are fabric with a sticker on them, and they were a long piece, but I'm not going to use it as a long piece because obviously I've used some of it somewhere else. And then the stuff I'm pulling right now is from a really old packet from CKC company. And so I pulled out the shiny bits and the purple and the blue flowers because she likes purple and blue. And I want the blue to play off of some of the shiny bits. There's also bees in this, and so this kiddo gets lots of bees on her pages if I can. So when I thought about those buttons, I also made these tags. I was going to post a video for them, but not anymore. So they were made with white cardstock, and I just used my inks to color them, and that silver dragonfly is actually heat embossed. And then I pulled out this mesh that's just going to go in behind to give it a nice little texture. And so I did enough to have 2 layers, and so I'm going to put a dab of glue on the back and smush it into the glue, and then I'm going to put a little piece of tape to kind of hold it there as that glue sets. And yeah, and then I decided this white was too white, and so I used the saltwater taffy on it, and I wish I kind of left it with the saltwater taffy because yeah, but the problem with that one is it's almost the same color as my page, and so it wasn't going to stand out. So I decided to use my Hero Arts in the pink. I don't know what it's called, and had I just done a little bit, it would have been fine, and it's still going to get used, but it just ends up being a lot darker than I had anticipated. And that middle part where it seems really dark, it actually soaks in, and it's not so bad, but right now it looks really, really bright, but it doesn't end up staying that bright. And I'm gonna put it up on foam right away. And then this, usually it doesn't take so long to dry, but man, it took a long time to dry, and I kept having to readjust my photo, but it is okay. It is what it is. So I'm going to use my T-square and get it on, and yep, fine. On the inspiration piece, Sabrina had a lot of different hearts and all sorts of different mediums, so I'm going to take that from her part. She also had a long title that went down the side. I don't have enough room on the side because I chose my 5x7, so it's going to go underneath, and it did have some wood grains kind of feel to it, so I used the wood veneer. This big acrylic heart is from Ali Edwards too, and so this is where I'm like, do I want to use that one for that pink one? It's going to come back in a bit, but, and here's that moving again. I'm going to get the Sweet on because I like the Sweet Joy. I think that's a pretty good name for this page because she's definitely sweet in this photo and she's definitely a joy. And then this black one came from a Project Life kit, and it's kind of like chalkboard feel. So just getting a whole bunch of different things in. Cut this in half so that I can use it somewhere else on my page. So just trying it out a couple different places. That moved again. I'm gonna put the block on it, but it doesn't really make that work. I'm just going to use the top part of the tag. I can use that dragonfly for something else somewhere else, so that's not a big deal. Could have actually put it underneath as well, but I didn't. And so I've got that little blue bee pulling out all sorts of the hearts that I have. And I have these cork ones. I think these cork ones are Ali Edwards as well. And then I'm going to trim this down, and it is going to go on my page. It is a huge pop-up pink, and I will do something later to move the pink all the way around, but me in that picture again. And the black one's going to go down because I really like what she did with the multiple sizes and textures of the hearts, so I'm going to use lots and lots of different sizes and textures. So that was a cork one. I've got a wood veneer one. That one's acrylic. It's going to go somewhere else. This one's wood veneer, so it's going to get snuck down here. And then I do want a little bit of this blue because the title in Joy is in this, and she does have some swirly bits. Hers is much more center and contained than mine is, but my picture's probably at least double the size, so I thought about these gray ones, but I didn't want to introduce gray. So I thought about it, decided no. And then these white ones are, I thought about these ones too. I don't use any of those ones, but the white was just a little bit different than my embossing, and I didn't like the way it was playing off each other. So, and then one of these hearts that I cut off, and so I will get a few of these ones on. So one here, and a bee up here. And taking a look, white acrylic here. That's same the color white acrylic as the big heart, so that works really well. And it's also, I think, an Ali Edwards. So lots of Ali Edwards stashed on here today, which is awesome. I love using up my stash. I pulled these silver ones out, and again, the silver's just, like, it would have been fine, but I think it's a little too much. And this chipboard, meh. let it sit there for a second, but I'm not liking it. I thought maybe bringing in the pink, but that one's too pink. And this one could have worked, but it was just not quite the right color either. And I could have cut out a new one and made another one, but I don't want to, so I didn't. So doing some auditioning of some different things in different places. I was feeling like this was a little awkward, but I'm actually not going to put anything in that spot. So I do slide this one underneath here, and I like that better, but I don't want these ones to be directly above each other. So I'm going to switch the blue and the purple, and I'm going to get them pasted right onto that tag top right away. Cut off this other half because I will use it, and then I angled the leaves up so that it frames that tag hole a little bit more. And then I'm happy with this larger one slid underneath here, so that's going to work better. And then the purple is going to mirror the top, and then that helps out with that space in between the title, and so I like that more. I thought about using some of these, but it just adds too much. I'm just looking in the package what I haven't taken out yet, but I think I have mostly what I want here anyway. So I am going to put this blue on here, and that purple piece is definitely going to go where I just put it. I'm just sliding some of these hearts around the page some more, just to see what I might want to do. And then try this one here. And no, it's not doing it for me. I'm going to use this blue one. I'm going to commit. It is glued down. I do want it to slide just underneath the acetate piece, so just tuck it. And then this one I am going to commit to as well, because I do like that. And then this one is going to go up here, because I do like how that frames that corner. And I'm going to commit to that one. And get this stuck down because I realized it wasn't down yet. And so that works. And then I'm still thinking about this shiny piece. And thinking nope, yep, nope, I don't know. Did a lot of key and han at this point in time. So in a second here, I'm going to call it quits and come back to it the next day, because I just not sure what else I want to do. And so I am trying some different things. So that ribbon might have added some nice texture. Those see-through ones, not so much. I do know I want more of these on the page, so I did cut a couple off. And just switching out some of the hearts so that there's an acetate one in a couple spots, and the black and white one, and a wood veneer one. So it's going to stay similar there. And then I do want some word stickers on here. So these ones say "You are special, sweetness and light, and keep shining." They're not going to stay there, but that's what I started with. So, and then on these white ones, these are both Ali Edwards as well. This is going to say, I can't remember what that one says, but it gets switched out. So that one says love, and then I see this little moments, so I'm going to switch little moments out with this one that was on here, and I like that. That's going to stay right there. And now I'm pretty happy with this corner. There's not going to be anything else that changes in that corner. Well, I lied. One more heart. And then getting this one down. And move those over to the block. I guess I have a little bit more before I decided I had to just wait. So getting this one on and committing. I'm going to commit to the purple piece as well. And then these are going to move up here instead. And I like that more. And then I'm going to put the acrylic heart here and the fabric one up here. And then a bee is going to get nestled just underneath this acrylic one. So the glue on there will hold that just fine. And then that corner is done. I'm going to put this dragonfly here because it adds a little bit of that blue to the top. And then I'm still debating about the swirly on the top, but it is what it is. And then okay, now it's the next day. And I'm like, okay. So I thought about that one didn't glue very well the first time. I don't know why. It's stuck now, but I put a lot more on the second time. My glue bottle was clogged, so now I'm using like a needle and doing it this way of things. And then getting these hearts in this upper corner done. So it gets a bee and 3 of the hearts. And I like that cluster. And then this one gets a cork one. So now I have cork in a few spots, and I have wood veneer in a few spots, and I have the fabric one. And so now I've decided, no, I don't need those ones. And glue's getting closed up. And then I thought about, so on the inspiration piece, she does have some ink spread on the top and bottom sides. So I decided that I could do that with this pink, and I was going to use my brayer, and I should have not used my brayer, but live and learn. It's fine, but I think it was the pink that I didn't like so much. So yeah. So I'm going to use the saltwater taffy and smear it across the Hero Arts. And then it looks really dark on screen. It actually lightens up quite a bit, which is good. But and then I'm going to water this down and do some splatters just to tie it in. I'm almost done. And I do drag some of the water across the harsh line just to make it so not so harsh. Gonna add some pink twine to the tag because that brings the pink to that point too, and I'm just going to staple it down so it stays where I want it because I like the way that is. And I think this is pretty close to done. Yep. And so here is a close-up. And that white dot in the picture, I'm just going to take a marker and like a black marker and touch it up so that it's not so visible. I must have been something on the screen when they were printing it, but it's all good. And then here's some close-ups of the different clusters. And thanks for watching today. I hope you enjoyed my video. If you're new to me, I would love it if you would subscribe. If you liked my video, I'd appreciate that thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. There's some other videos here if you want to give them a try. And thanks again. Have yourself a great day.